let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
You said it, Missy Elliott, and all across the country, the work week is finally getting flipped and reversed too.
I think the 4-day work week, even trialling it, it gives you an opportunity to really grow your business, and that's really exciting from an opportunities point of view. But it's also quite scary to open up the guts of your business and see how you can make it more efficient.
The new approach, a 4-day work week with a 100-80-100 rule. That's 100% of the pay with 80% of the work time at 100% productivity.
Because we want to try and make up that time, we're constantly looking at ways to do that. 20% shorter meetings, there is a cost, and the cost is you really have to focus. You really have to make those 4 days work.
Experts from Swinburne Uni have been following a group of 10 different Aussie organisations like Lauren and Matthews, trialling the refreshed work week. One of the key measures of success, productivity. Turns out they are, Brittany. A new report shows productivity actually improved for 70% of businesses in the trial and stayed the same for the remaining 30% despite the reduced hours. Employers rated the trial's success as an average of 9.25 out of 10. 4 of the businesses adopting the 4 days permanently, the others extending the trial.
Sick leave just dropped away. We had a 37% drop in people taking days off. And I think that's just because people felt really recharged.
Having the 4-day work week is an opportunity to think, okay, what do households actually look like now? How can single mums thrive in a working condition? How can the dads support their kids and start taking on some of the labour?
So, is the 4-day work week the future? And will it cure our collective Sunday scaries?
Well, here's futurist Chris Riddell to take a look into his crystal ball. Chris, is this the future of work?
I desperately hope so. I mean, how many years have we been talking about having a 4-day work week, and here we are again, and it seems like we're still struggling to get to the idea that actually it is a really good option. In fact, it means that we have this true work-life balance that we've been prophesising about for so long.
OK, Chris, can you see any reason why this wouldn't work for all businesses and television shows?
I don't know. I mean, I think theoretically we could replace everyone with these artificial intelligence, virtual robot type products, even if they're in television. But the real reason of why we worry about this is it's our fear of change. Organisations, businesses are built on people being in offices. And if they're not there, we still get very worried about whether people are actually productive or whether they're manipulating the system or not.
But what about the time off? Is it actually going to be that useful? Because if you, for example, take off every Friday, does that make it sort of a big faux pas then to ask your boss if you can go to the dentist on a Wednesday morning, you know?
I think fundamentally the most important thing here is if we're talking about taking a 4-day work week, this does not apply to children. We still send our kids to school 5 days a week, and that doesn't change. But it does give us so much more flexibility, and that's what people are after. If you want the best of the best when it comes to talent as a business, if you want to recruit the best people, these are now things that are at the top of the list of what people are looking for. It's that true flexibility around how can I have a life at home and also blend that with my work without overstretching and dedicating myself just to being at work.
Chris, why is it that you hate your children?
Nobody's saying we hate them. We just need time. We need time.
Chris, I'm really curious about this, though, right? Because you're talking about us getting paid the same but doing the work in 4 days, same amount of productivity. Either that means for the 4 days you're working way harder than you are currently, or currently you're wasting your time
not working
so
hard
much
enough.
that it, yeah.
It's so true, but the studies have actually been proving that if you have people working at home more and you give them more flexibility, they actually work harder to be able to prove that they're working from home is a good thing in the first place. So the studies have shown this. We've got the data, we've got the insights on this. I actually believe that Australia is going to be one of the first countries to start to look to make this law and make it so it's almost mandated. And I think if you look at how we are as a country in Australia, it's almost illegal to be in the office after 4 o'clock. We're one of the few countries where we really do love having that work-life balance.
I'm sorry, Chris. I think our boss is cancelling the interview.
Yeah.
We're done.
Chris, you are a futurist, which means you own a DeLorean and a Black Mirror. Can you look into the future and tell us, can we eventually look forward to a 3-day or even a 2-day work week?
I think we should even be looking forward to not even working at all. How can we use technology to replace us? And pretend that we're there and nobody will know.
Chris Riddell, thanks for talking to us.
Thanks, guys.